One moment.
Hello.
One moment.
Yes, man. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, fine. I'm Gamal, and with me, my colleague, Mr. Abdul Nasser.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Abdul.
Come.
Okay. So, shall we start the demo?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm ready. So, let me just share my screen with you. So, okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our website. Similarly, you will be having your own website, and on your website, you will have a link called tracking login. So anybody who needs to see the software will have to click on tracking login on your website, and this is the page which will come up. And this software can work in multiple languages. So since you are from Saudi Arabia, you can use Arabic also. So and Arabic is written from right to left, so the software also becomes right to left.
Okay.
Okay, but let it make it English for a moment. So let me go back to English.
Okay.
And this software works in multiple time zones. So since you are in Saudi right now, I will set Saudi time zone. So now all the reports will come as per the Saudi time zone. Okay.
Okay.
Now I will enter this software has 3 levels of logins: the user, the administrator, and the super user. So right now I will log in as a user, a demo. This is a user.
Okay.
So I've just clicked on sign in. Sorry. Sorry. Demo. After this demo, I will leave the username and password with you so that you can test it later on also.
Okay.
So as I log in, this is the page which comes up for the first time where you can see messages. Messages means messaging between the user and the administrator. Account expiry. This means if your customer doesn't pay you by this date, his account will get blocked automatically. Then announcements, if there's any new release in the software, new version, it can come here. Then support means if your customer has a problem, he can open a support ticket from here. Login information means the current login and the last login which has happened here. Top alerting tracker means which tracker is generating more alerts. You can see from here. And here in the weather, if I type Riyadh, for example, you can see the weather of Riyadh. And this is today's fleet. This will give you a snapshot of today's fleet, which I'll just show you. Here you can see a best vehicle at work. This particular vehicle, Mamta, seems to be working moderate with total driving distance of 160 km in 6.22 hours. Worst vehicle at work. Then you have distance details for any vehicle that you can select. Busy drivers, free drivers. Then you can see the best vehicles and the worst vehicles. Then you have a very interesting graph called event graph. Here I will put my cursor on, let's say, overspeeding. So when I put my cursor on overspeeding, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vehicles have done overspeeding today. Okay. Then if I click on ignition on, for example, so all these vehicles ignition on event has happened today. Tracker entered geofence. This one has happened. Tracker left geofence. This one has happened. So I can do the other way also. For example, select gene. So these events have happened on this particular vehicle today. Okay. Now after this, let me move further and click on dashboard. By clicking on dashboard, you will see a screen where you can see different graphs like distance analysis graph, speed analysis graph, trip analysis, track analysis, and vehicle utilization analysis. So these are the different graphs which are available per vehicle, which you can see from here. Whatever vehicle you select, you will see those graphs coming up. Now after dashboard, let me go to live. Here you will be able to see all the vehicles live on the screen. Okay, this is Riyadh, but let me zoom out. Okay. So this is the map of the world. Now let me click on select all. So by clicking on select all, you can see that there are 5 vehicles in North India. 1 is in Sri Lanka, 12 are in UAE, 1 is in Nigeria, and 6 are in Mauritius. So this is a demo account where we have kept some vehicles in different parts of the world. Okay. And on the left hand side, you can see icons in different colors. Some are red, then one is yellow, then some are black and green, and there's no green right now. So these icons have a different meaning. For example, yellow means it's idling. The engine is on, but the vehicle is not moving. Red means it is stationary, it's not moving. Then green, there's no green here right now. Green means it's moving right now. And purple means it's in a garage or a basement where there's no GPS. And see here, there's a purple has come up just now. It's purple. It means it's in a garage or a basement. Then you have black and green. Black and green means it was working earlier, but it is not working anymore right now. Okay. So these are different colors of vehicles. Now you can also do filtering. For example, I want to filter only those vehicles which are moving right now. So no one is moving right now. So nothing has come. Stopped. So when I click on stop, all these vehicles have stopped right now. So let me select any vehicle from here. Let's say select this one, WagonR. So this particular vehicle has been stopped. And let me click here in a place called Kamla Nagar in Agra in Uttar Pradesh in India right now. And you can see the picture of the vehicle also. And if I click on details, I can get more information about the vehicle. Like for example, vehicle type, color, identification number, license plate number. All the information about the vehicle can be entered here. Then we also have a feature called suppress plotting private mode. Suppose you give the vehicle to your employee and the employee goes home during working hours. So you can, and the employee doesn't want to be tracked when he goes home. So you can have a switch in the car, private and official, and you put a tick mark here. So if you put a tick mark here, when he goes home, you cannot track him. Next day morning, when he comes to office, he can put a switch from private to official, and then only tracking will start. So the privacy of the employee can be protected using this feature. In odometer, you can enter the odometer reading and it will update automatically. Then let me click on alerts. We have different kind of alerts in the system. Like for example, I have an alert called emergency button pressed. So what should happen when emergency button is pressed? I get an email or I get an SMS. So I can put my email address and my mobile number. So whenever an emergency button is pressed, email will come and SMS will come. And I can have multiple email addresses and multiple SMS. And these alerts can come all 24 hours or during certain specific hours of the day. So that I can program it from here. Then reminders. We have reminders based on distance, based on date, and based on engine hours. For example, every 10,000 kilometers, I want oil change to be done in my car. So I can write oil change. It could be oil change, battery change, tire change. So these are different kinds of reminders that can be set. Then we can have reminders based on date. For example, every 1 year, I want insurance to be done on my car. So I can set, for example, 1st of March, and insurance renewal due. So whenever 1 year, I will get a message that insurance is due on this vehicle. I can assign this tracker, this alert, reminder to multiple trackers in one go. I don't have to do it one by one. Then I can have reminders based on engine hours. There are certain vehicles which are not moving, but the engine is running. So I want to have reminders based on the hours the engine has been running. So I can have a reminder based on engine hours as well. Let me close this. Let me go to fuel. Here you can see the level of fuel in the vehicle. So right now it's almost empty tank here. You can see it here. Then temperature also you can monitor in real time. So up to 4 fuel sensors and up to 4 temperature sensors can be connected into the software. Then alerts, history. In history I can see where all the vehicle has been driving on previous date. And I can play the entire history in form of animation, which I'll just show you. So let me click on yesterday, for example. Click on show history. So I want to see where all the vehicle was driving yesterday. So here you can see it's come up. Let me zoom in so that you can see it more clearly. Now let me, if I want to play the entire history from animation, I can do that. Let me show you. So now I just click on play. So you can see the route which the vehicle took yesterday. So you can see it. It's been playing in form of animation. It's very fast. So let me make it a bit slow. So this is the route which the vehicle. Okay, and if I want to stop it, I can stop it also. So let me click on stop. If I click on the icon, I can see that yesterday at 20:09 hours, as per the Saudi time, the vehicle is traveling in a place called Firozabad in India at a speed of 35 km/h. And I can compare history of multiple vehicles together on the same screen using in different colors. That's also possible. After history, let me go to settings. In settings, I can set a different things. For example, the date format, time, alerts time zone. You can have Saudi time zone, language in English or Arabic. So you can have some customers using English, some customers using Arabic. So each customer can decide whether you want to use it in English or Arabic. Then default match setting means when you log in for the first time, what part of the world should come up. For example, you have a customer in Jeddah, or you have a customer in Dammam, or a customer in Riyadh. So Riyadh guy wants to see Riyadh coming up for the first time. The Dammam guy wants to see Dammam, and the Jeddah guy wants to see Jeddah coming up for the first time. So he can put the latitude longitude of that place, and whenever he logs in, he will see his city coming out for the first time. Then we can have green zone, amber zone, red zone, which means if he is going up to 60 km/h, the triangle will come in green color. Between 60 and 100 will come in yellow color, and above 100 will come in red color. But each customer can decide for himself what is green, yellow, and red for him. Then we also have driver management defaults, driver duty start time and driver duty end time. I will tell you more about it later on in the demo. After settings, let me go to list view. In list view, you will be able to see the entire fleet in form of a list, where you can see the tracker name, date, speed, driver name, location, and duration. How long has it been there in that particular place? This is coming up. Okay, so here you can see the icon color, whether it's red, green, so you can see whether it's moving, or idling, or stationary, and date, speed, driver name if it's there. Then we can identify driver using I button or RFID, which I'll show you later on. Location, duration. So here you can see the entire fleet of it in the demo account in form of a list. After list view, let me go to landmark. Landmark is like a point of interest. Making a landmark is very easy in the software, which I'll just show you. So we already are in Riyadh. Let me go into Riyadh. So let us say I click on the map. I click here, and let us say I want to add an icon of a, let's say, mall. So maybe I write down here Riyadh Mall. Okay, and click on save. So here an icon has come up of a mall, and here you can see in the map it's coming Riyadh Mall. So in the report you will see vehicle is 1 kilometer from Riyadh Mall, comma Al Mursalat, comma Riyadh, comma Saudi Arabia. So Al Mursalat, Riyadh in Saudi Arabia is coming from Google, and Riyadh Mall is coming from the POI that you've created. So identification of place becomes a lot more easier, and your customers can create as many number of POIs as they want. These POI or landmarks are relevant to them, so they will be available in their account only. They will not be able to any other account. But if you want to create landmarks for all customers, then you can do it through the admin login, which is also possible. And let me remove it from here. And if your customer already has landmarks list in form of an Excel file or a CSV file, he can upload it straight away into the software. He doesn't have to create it one by one. After landmark, let me go to alerts priority. In alerts priority, you can set a priority to each and every alert. For example, you can have low priority, normal priority, and high priority. Low priority means it will come only in the reports. Normal priority means it will come by reports also and by email also. And high priority means it will come by SMS also, by email also, and in the reports also. So for example, vehicle is being towed away, it's a high priority. So it will come by SMS, email, and in the reports also. So each and every alert can be defined a different priority. Now after alert priority,
I see there is temperature. Okay.
Correct.
Temperature. What do you mean? Temperature of the vehicle or this?
Of the refugee van. There are some vehicles which are carrying fish, meat, chocolates, ice cream. So you can monitor the temperature of the refugee van in real time. Okay. So you can make sure that the temperature is monitored, is maintained during the entire journey. So if the temperature is increasing, you can get an alert also.
Okay.
Yeah. So after, I will show you how a temperature sensor looks like after the demo. I have some sample with me. So I will show you a tracker and all the accessories which are available. I will show you all the accessories also. So after, now I will go to geofence drawing. Geofence is like a virtual boundary. Making a geofence is very easy, which I'll just show you. So this is Riyadh. Let me zoom in so you can see Riyadh more clearly. Now let us say I want to create a geofence around Riyadh. So what I will do is I'll just click on the map. And by clicking on the map, I am able to create a geofence around Riyadh.
Okay.
Okay, if I want to make it bigger, I can make it bigger. If I want to make it smaller, I can make it smaller. I can give it a name and save it. So whenever my vehicle enters the lease, the UFS alert will come. And this polygon can be of any size. There's no limit. And you can create as many UFS as you want. There's no limit. Similarly, you can have a circular UFS, which I'll show you. So this is circular UFS. This I found to make it bigger. I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. I can drag it, take it wherever I want, give it a name and save it. So whenever my vehicle enters the lease, the UFS alert will come. So this could be having many examples, many uses. For example, you have a school bus. School bus is picking up children from different bus stops. So each bus stop can be a geofence. So whenever the driver of the school bus reaches a particular point, you will know when did it reach, how long did it stay, and when did it leave. Similarly, you will have, let's say, a municipality truck collecting garbage from different areas. So each garbage dump can be a geofence. So you can know what time my municipality truck reaches a particular garbage dump, how long did it stay, and when did it leave. So this way, you can make sure that the municipality truck is visiting all the garbage dumps or not. Okay.
Okay.
Now, after you have created the geofence, you go to next section called geofence management. In geofence management, you can assign different trackers to different geofences. I'll just show you how it works. So for example, I set this vehicle on Wagoner, and then I can select, let's say, Tehran, New Delhi, and Mutina. So I've selected 3 geofences. So whenever my vehicle enters or leaves any of these geofences, alert will come. And these geofences can be active always, or particular date of month, every day, specific period, or weekdays. So you can decide when the geofence should be active and when it should not be active. Similarly, we also have something called speed limit inside the geofence. Suppose I put 50. So suppose your vehicle is going in an area where the speed limit has to be low, let's say a refinery, or let's say a residential area. So you can put a speed limit of 50. So if he goes above 50 inside the refinery, alert will come. Outside the refinery, it could be 80 or 100. So that way you can make sure that the vehicle is following the speed limits within a particular zone or particular area. Okay. Now after geofence management, I will go to route optimization. This is again a very interesting part of software which I will show you. So let me zoom in so that I can see Riyadh more clearly. Now suppose you have a customer who is a courier company, and this courier company has to deliver packets in different parts of Riyadh. So they want to find out what the shortest route to deliver all the packets. So I'll show you how it works. So let us say I click at random in different parts of Riyadh. Okay, so I made some selected some points in Riyadh. Now what I will do is I'll click on get directions. So by clicking on get directions, it is 222 kilometers and it takes 4 hours and 4 minutes to go from point A to point B to B, point C to point D. But this is the shortest way. Well, I just click at random. Now I want to find out what the shortest way to cover up all the points. So what I will do is I click on optimize waypoints. By clicking on optimize waypoints, the software will tell me that I should go from A to C, C to I to H, H to G, so that I will be able to cover up all the points in the shortest possible distance. And here you can see the distance has come down to 141 kilometers. Earlier it was more than 200 kilometers. Now it's come to 141 kilometers. And the time has also come down to 2 hours and 47 minutes. So the software will help me in reducing my time to cover up all the points. I can optimize it further based on avoid toll roads, based on avoid highways, or based on duration traffic also. So these are the different ways where I can do optimization. Then I can, instead of map clicks, I can do it based on geofences. I can do it based on landmarks. I can do it based on.
I can make geofence around every point, right?
You can do a geofence?
Yeah, around each point.
Yes.
Suppose I want to make geofence around point A.
Yes.
And I will get all the notification.
Correct.
That the vehicle enter and exit.
Correct.
That's right.
Absolutely. Very.
Okay. So I can rename the point.
Yes. You can give
its name.
You can give any name you want, and you can have it in Arabic also. You can give the name in Arabic also.
Great.
Okay.
Good.
And I can also take a printout of it and give it to the driver. So the driver knows what route to follow. And this printout can come in Arabic also. So if your driver doesn't know English, he can read in Arabic as well. If I click on it, it can come, but let me go there. Okay. Now after route optimization, let me go to reports. We have many kind of reports, and these reports can be exported in the form of HTML PDF or Excel. So you can decide what kind of report you want and how frequently do you want. So you can schedule the reports. The reports can be delivered to your email automatically every month, every week, or every day. So you can decide what reports you want and how frequently do you want. So you don't have to even open the software. Those reports will come to your email automatically, so you can know what is going on. Let me show you one report. Let us say I select this report called consolidated report, and let us say I select a tracker called, okay, now you can see 2X are moving. Earlier, no one was moving, now 2 are moving. Okay, now let me select a vehicle called this one, Wagoner. Okay, and I want to see the report for last 1 week. So from 13th of March till today, 20th of March, I can click on generate, and a new report has come up where you can see 13th of March, he started first ignition in the morning at 8:57, first ignition location, last ignition location, total stop duration, total movement duration, idling duration, average speed, maximum speed, distance traveled, and the driver name. So suppose the driver is doing excessive idling, which means he starts the engine, switch on the AC, and just sitting in the car. So you can see whether he's doing excessive idling or not. So those kind of information you can get through this report. Okay. Now let me go back to reports, and after reports, let me show you driver management. In driver management, you can create a new driver. Let's say I create a new driver. I can identify the driver using I button or RFID, or I can put a fixed name to the driver. Username, mobile number, license number, date of birth, start time, duty end time, and working days. And we also have something on home location of the driver. So suppose the driver goes home during working hours, we'll get an alert. So because the driver is not supposed to go home during working hours. So this way you can make sure the driver is on work duty only during working hours. Okay. After driver management, we have a very interesting part of software called school management and student management. Here you can not only track the bus, you can track each and every child individually using a combination of RFID and tracking, which I'll just show you. So for example, I have a school called Delhi Public School. I can have a city name, a city of the school, state, contact email address, country, school GPS coordinates, and the school setting, what time school starts and what time school gets over. After this, I go to student management, where I can create students. For example, I have a student called Zonia Abreu. I can see the tag, RFID tag number, the gender, class, roll number, contact email of the parents, contact SMS of the parents. Then I can know the home. I can enter the home GPS coordinate. Where does she live? Okay, and if she is living in 2 houses, for example, the parents' house and the grandparents' house, so you can have 2 houses, and the school settings. Which schools does she study? So I can set the school from here. So I can get an alert on school pickup, alert on school drop, alert on pickup from home, alert on drop at home, and notify distance before drop down. So 250 meters or 500 meters before the bus is about to come, the parents will get a message that the bus is coming. So they can go and pick up the child or drop the child. They don't have to wait at the bus stop for too long. So not only by this solution, you can track the bus, you can track each and every child individually using a combination of RFID and tracking. And if you give you a minute, I'll just show you how do the exchange look like. So I'll just come back.
Okay.
This is city. This was not to just
So this is an example of a tracker from Teltonica. This is a tracker from Teltonica, and yeah. And
which model?
This is FAB 1204.
1204.
Yeah. Okay.
So but it's your system. It's compatible with FMV 125.
Yes. Our system is compatible with all Teltonica devices.
Good.
And
that's good.
Our software also supports devices from 40 different manufacturers. 40. So if you want to, if your customer already has a tracker from, let's say, Quicklink or A-Track, SNT, Ruptela, our software supports all those devices.
So, you support Ruptela?
Yes.
What about Galileo Sky?
I will send you a list of all the trackers which are supported. It's a long list. So you can, if you already have a customer who is already using a tracker from some other company, you can still bring him into this platform. Okay. These are the different kind of RFID tags for the children, like this RFID watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Then this is again a RFID watch, different kind. It's extendable. Then this is again a RFID watch where you can put the logo of the school. Then you can have RFID cards where you can print the children's photograph, her name or contact email address and mobile number. So and the photo just you can print here and they can be used by the same system. Then we have a buzzer for green driving. If a driver is not driving properly, he will get a beep sound. So the driver can know that he is not driving properly. For example, if he's over speeding or if he's doing harsh acceleration too much or harsh braking, this buzzer will beep. Okay, so this can tell the driver that he needs to drive properly. Okay, then this is the emergency SOS button. So if there's an emergency, this button can be pressed. It is having a LED also, round LED. So it can be, you can see it in the dark also. If it's night, you can still see it because having a LED. Okay. Then this is the I button for driver identification. So there's a magnetic key. It goes like this. So each driver will have a separate I button key, and when he puts it like this, the system will know that this is the driver driving the vehicle. So the reports will come as per the driver and not as per the vehicle. So suppose the same vehicle is been driven by multiple drivers. Each driver can have a unique key, and you can also program it in such a manner that if the driver is authorized, then only the vehicle will start. Otherwise, the vehicle will not start. That's also possible. Okay. Then we have, this is relay for engine immobilization. So if the vehicle is stolen, you can send a command to the vehicle to stop. So for this, you need this relay. Okay. Then this
compatible. It's compatible. This relay. It's compatible with all the kind of vehicle, or just.
So this relay. Actually, there are two kinds of relays: 12 volt and 24 volts. So some vehicles have 12 volt supply, some have 24 volt supply. So you can, depending on the vehicle, but most of the time you need 12 volt only. But some trucks and buses sometimes need 24 volt. So you can use a 24 volt relay also. Then this is the temperature sensor. This is the probe which is going inside the refugee van, and it is connected to the tracker. So this will send the temperature information via this wire to the tracker, and tracker will handle the software. So in the software, you can see the temperature in real time. So if the temperature is increasing, you can get an alert also.
Sometimes earlier I saw there is a wireless temperature sensor.
Wireless, yeah, wireless is also available. You can use either wire one. Wireless is more expensive, but that is also available.
Yeah, because this is some of our customers, they suffering because of this wire temperature sensor. So they asking for another solution. Okay. But this is since a long time. I don't know if they still interested or not.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Excuse me, this sensor can need to connect wire or Wi-Fi with the device?
No, this is wire. This will be connected by these wires. But this is not wireless. But there's another model. Wireless is also available. But most of the customers use this one. But if you want to go for wireless, that's also possible. It's called Bluetooth. It works on Bluetooth. Bluetooth. Yeah, it works on Bluetooth. So this is about the tracker and the accessories. Now let me move further. And now I will give you a demo of the admin login. What I showed you just now was the user login.
One second. Yeah. Because we are talking about sensors, what about weight sensors?
Weight sensors. There's a company there's a company called Technotron. It is from Belarus. They make weight sensors. And weight sensors are two types. One is for vehicles having a spring leaf suspension, and the other is the air cushion suspension. So for air cushion suspension, you need a different weight sensor, and for spring leaf suspension, you need a different weight sensor. But those weight sensors are compatible with our software. So you need to connect that weight sensor to the tracker, and via the tracker, the information about the weight can come to the software.
Okay, I will tell you the case.
Yeah.
I already get one temperature sensor from another company in the same country. Okay. It's named Mechatronic.
Okay.
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 This sensor, you can say it's digital. Okay. It's not only a sensor, it's totally solution. Okay. The sensor, as you know, it's analog, and they develop some devices to convert this analog signal to digital signal.
Okay.
So I'm asking, it's integrated with FMP 125. That's why I'm asking you about this device.
Okay.
So I'm asking if we can integrate this weight sensor to your system or no.
Yeah, you can. Weight sensors can work with the system, no problem.
Okay.
In fact, we have already done it. I'll show you. Let me show you that also. So I will go to admin login after this. I will log out as a user. Now I'm logging in. I'm logging as an administrator. So one moment.
Okay.
Okay. Now I've logged in as an administrator. Okay. Now here you can see trackers and users. Two new tabs. So if I click on trackers, here I can add a new tracker into the system. For example, I want to add a new tracker. So I click on add tracker. Here I can enter the tracker name.
You mean device? That's right.
Come again.
Tracker. You mean with tracker?
The hardware.
Device.
Yeah, the hardware.
Yeah.
This is the tracker. So if I need to add a tracker into the software, I need to first go into the admin login and enter the tracker name, IMEI number. I can select the model. So we have different models of the tracker. So you can select what model you want. Serial number, protocol, UDP or TCP, tracker expiry, SIM provider, SIM validity, email address, chassis number, date of purchase, SIM number, SIM serial number, SIM package. Then here you can see driver identification, a door sensor, weight sensor, odometer, SMS limit, CAN bus, SOS button, fuel consumption sensor, ignition sensor, one wire, RFID or I button, private public sensor, engine immobilizer, dual engine, email limit. So these are the features which you can select for each and every tracker. Okay. Then if I go to user management, in user management you can create users. For example, if I want to create a new user, I click on add accounts. Here you can enter the username, password created by reseller name. Suppose you are in, let's say, Riyadh. You want to have a reseller in Dammam or Al Khobar or Jeddah. So you can create resellers. And these resellers can have their own admin accounts. So they can add, modify account themselves. So you can be the super user or the super admin, and you can have resellers working under you. That's possible. Then you can have company name, contact name, gender, email address, city, state, features. And here you can decide what features you want to give to the customer, what features you don't want to give to customer. For example, let's say I click on full features. So all the features have come, but you don't want to give, let's say, school management and student management. So you can uncheck from here. Suppose you want to have a different pricing. For example, you can have something called basic plan, advanced plan, and a more advanced plan. So between you and me, it's one pricing. But between you and your customer, you can have different pricing depending on the features of the software. So if your customer needs more features, you can charge him more. And if your customer needs less features, you can charge less. So you can decide what features you want to give, what features you don't want to give. Similarly, in the report also, you can decide what report you want to give or report you don't want to give. So here you can check or uncheck the reports. After UML management, landmarks. Here you can create landmarks which are visible to all the users. So as an administrator, the landmarks which are created by the administrator are visible to all the users. Now I will payments also. When your customers make the payments, you can enter it here, so they can continue using the system. But if they don't make the payment, you don't enter it here, and their account will get blocked automatically. And then when they make the payment, then only they can start using it. So this way, even if you stop making the invoice, their account will get blocked automatically after the duration of the validity period. Now I will sign out from here, and now I will log in as a root or a super user. This account is basically for the administrator, sorry, for the distributor or the super user. I'll just show you how it works. So here you can see dashboard, users, and database, settings, and reports. So let me click on dashboard first. Here in the dashboard, you can see how many licenses have I issued to you, and out of those licenses, how many licenses have you issued to your resellers or your partners in different parts of the country. Then here you can see the server load, means how many data packets are coming onto the server. Here you can see database status, means how many records are there in the server, and you can see what all processors are running. And in the log information, you can see who all are logged into the system, the IP addresses and the browser name, and all the information about the user is captured here. So, for example, your customer is logging in from, let's say, UK or maybe Germany. So you can see from which part of the world your customers are logging in into the server. Then, if I click on settings, here you can enter the settings which are valid for all the accounts, like map settings, like SMTP email settings, and user interface settings. Then in the database, if you want to take a backup of the database, or if you want to delete some records, or if you want to clean some records, you can do from here. You don't have to go to server. From the browser itself, you can do the management of the database. Then,
okay, I noticed that you developed this software in PHP. That's
yes,
right? That's
right.
Okay, what about the database?
It's MySQL and MongoDB.
MongoDB, both of them together?
No, we use both MySQL and MongoDB together. MySQL is we are using for storing the tracker information, and MongoDB we are using to store the location information. So we are having both the database, and we use LAMP, Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. So everything is free. When you buy the software from us, you have to pay only for the software, nothing else, because rest everything is all free. Ubuntu desktop. So you just have to download Ubuntu and install it onto the server, and we will install the software onto your server, and you can start using it without paying anything extra for the database, for the OS, nothing, everything is free for commercial use.
Okay.
Then in reports, you can see the reports for license utilization report and payment report. So these are two reports which are available as a super user. So this concludes the demo of the software. I've shown you the user login, I've shown you the administrator login, and I've shown you the super user login. Now we also have apps for the Android and the iOS. So let me show you the app also. We have apps for both Android and iOS. So this is the app for the Android, which I'm going to show you just now. This app does two things. One is to track, and second to convert the mobile phone into a tracker. So if your customer has a mobile phone, he can use the same mobile phone as a tracker. There's an option called mobile tracking on. So you put a tick mark here, and on the software you can see your customer moving in real time. First, I'll show you the mobile app. So if you can see, I just logged in. Here you can see the icon and the location. Now, if I click on any vehicle which is moving right now, for example, this one vehicle is moving. So I click on the vehicle, and it's just coming up. So here on the software, you can see the vehicle moving. Okay.
Okay.
And if I click on plus, you can see more information like tracker details, temperature details, alerts, ETA, history, reports, gallery, UFS, landmark. So these things are available on the mobile application also. And I'll also show you one more thing. If I click on, just a minute. Here, if I click on settings, here you can see the option called mobile tracking. So if I put a tick mark here on mobile tracking, my mobile phone will work like a tracker. So this way, it will open a big market for you. So I've shown you the user login, admin login, root login, and I'll also shown you the mobile application on Android. Similarly, you can have a mobile application for iOS also. So this concludes from my side. If you have any questions, you can let me know.
Okay. The first question for me, your system, is there any API?
Yes, correct. We have APIs. So if you have a customer who is using ERP like SAP or some other software, our software can be connected to that software, and data from Find & Secure can be pushed to that ERP and vice versa. That's possible. We will provide you the APIs. And if you want us to do the programming, we can also do the programming ourselves for you. That's also possible. We have a team who can help you with that.
Good. That means it's two-way integration.
Yes.
Read and write.
Okay, for everything or special functions?
Can you please repeat the once again?
API for everything in the system or for special?
Whatever you need, you will have the API. Whatever is your requirement, you can let us know. This is my requirement. We will provide you with the API for that.
Okay.
Okay, that's great. Okay, what about the customization? Suppose we have a project and we need some customization, and
we can do for you, not a problem. You can tell us your requirements. We have a team of programmers in our company, and those programmers will do the customization for you and give it to you. In fact, we have partners in 40 countries already, and in Dubai, we have a tie with Dubai Police. And now, by law, all rental car vehicles in Dubai have to use our software platform. So 200,000 vehicles currently are running on our platform in Dubai itself. So we have done different kind of customizations for different customers depending on the business requirements, because this software has been developed by our company. So if you have any requirement, we can do it for you. And we are in this tracking business for the last 12 years. We started this work in 2007. So this is 2019. So for the last 12 years, we are doing only this work, providing software for GPS tracking and fleet management. We don't do anything else. So we have a very good experience about this technology and this work. And if you have any requirements or any suggestions or any improvements, ways how to improve the software, we are very willing to do that thing for you.
Okay, you support to use this system in our own premises, or
yes,
just
no? We will get the software to you. You can install it in your office or wherever you want.
Good.
And you will have the complete control over the data. We will not be able to have. We will not have any access to your data. Only when you provide us access, then only we can use it. Otherwise, you will be the owner of the data.
Okay. What about the white labels?
Yeah, the software will be in your brand, and it will be having on your URL. So your company name, www.yourcompany.com, will be the URL, and the branding will be yours. You can put your own brand on the software. And if you want to change the look and feel of the software, you can do it yourself. For example, you don't like blue, you like green, or you like yellow, or if you want to put your own some graphics, those customizations you can do yourself. We'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah. Good. With some minor customization in the interface. Suppose I wanna do
that you can do yourself. That you can do yourself. You don't have to ask us. You can ask us. We will tell you how to do it. You can do it yourself. In fact, we have customers who've done customizations as per their requirements.
Good. That's good.
Thank you very much.
What about the connection to the computer of the vehicles? Can you connect this device to any computer of the vehicles?
Can you please repeat the question?
The canvas.
Okay, canvas. Yeah, there are some vehicles which are having canvas. So there are two ways. One is to use the OBD tracker. OBD goes into the OBD port of the vehicle, and the second is by using a canvas. So you can use, if you want to use canvas, you can use canvas also. There are actually for canvas, you need to give us some more information. So we'll have to do some changes in the software to accommodate that, but it's possible. We can help you in that also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You have any partnership in KSA or not?
We have, there's one company called Bazi, B-A-Z-Y. They have recently started using our software in KSA, but on a very small level right now. Actually, they've just given the software. They've not installed any devices yet. So maybe they'll do it in some time.
What's its name again, please?
Bazi, B-A-Z-Y.
B from book.
B for Bombay.
Yeah.
B-A-Z-Y. Yeah.
In which field they are working?
Let me tell you just a minute.
Okay.
I can tell you. Give me a second. The website is bazi.com.sa. bazy.com.sa.
Okay. So, what do you think about? Let's first go to the prices.
Yeah, correct.
How is your prices plan?
Sure.
And
let me show you the prices. I will open the prices so that you can get the idea about the prices. One moment. Okay. I will explain the prices also.
Sorry?
I will explain you the prices.
Okay.
One moment.
Okay, go ahead.
So can you see the prices? Can you see the price on my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have two options. One we call find a secure for enterprises, and the other is find a secure for resellers. In the first option, we give the software to you, which you can host it on your premise. Okay.
Okay.
Here we will charge you a one-time fee. No monthly fee, no quarterly fee, no yearly fee. Only a one-time fee. Okay.
Okay.
And this fee depends on how many number of licenses that you want. For example, you buy 200 licenses, for example, just to start 200. So we will give you $29 per license one time.
For each device, their device?
Yeah, per device, $29. 29 one time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No monthly fee, no yearly fee.
Okay.
And you can use the software as long as you want on your server. Okay.
Okay.
And if you want to buy, if you buy more licenses, the price will come down. For example, if you buy 550 licenses, it becomes $24. 24. If you buy 2100 licenses, between 2100 and 4900, it becomes $19. And above 5000, it becomes $15. So depending on how many licenses you buy, you have to pay accordingly. So the maximum price is 35 and the minimum is 15. So depending on how many you buy, you have to pay between $35 and $15 per license forever. Okay. And then you can, I have written here, rebranding to match your company logo and colors, custom URL, www.track.yourcompanyname.com. Software can be hosted in your data center. So here you can see, I've highlighted it. Software can be hosted in your data center or our data center. If you want us to do the hosting, we can do it in our data center. But if you want to do it yourself, you can do it yourself. Then you can create your own resellers. Okay.
Okay.
Then administrative portal that you can use to quickly set up, manage, and delete accounts. Okay. And your own dedicated server. Okay. Then we also have mobile application for iOS and for Android. So if you go for iOS application, $1,500 one time, and for Android, it's $1,000 one time. Okay. And then if you want to do us to do the hosting, we can do the hosting for you at $89 per month or above, depending on the server configuration. Okay. And if you want us to send somebody to Saudi Arabia for training, we can do that. So we will charge $250 per day for training and the expenses, traveling expenses and the visa and accommodation. We will charge, and we can arrange a person to go from our company to your company to give on-site training. That's also possible. Okay. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. So I will tell you our strategy in the company.
Sure.
Almost we prefer to get exclusive usage in KSA.
Okay.
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 This is our preferred.
Okay.
So if we make deal together,
okay,
it should be exclusive for us.
Okay. Okay.
All the people that interest in your system should be through our company.
Okay.
Okay. This is the first thing.
Okay.
The second, I didn't introduce ourselves to you. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Esmartd, I mentioned, it's a company working in tracking field since 2010. Okay.
Very good.
So we have now more than 30,000 vehicles.
Very good. Perfect. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
So I think we have to what you can say reconsider in the prices.
Okay, okay. No, we have very good pricing. If you can see here, 5,000 for 5,000 plus, we are charging only $15. If you go above 5,000, which is I think a very good price.
Only for the system, huh?
1 second.
This is for only the system.
The system.
كل administrator.
كل شيء تفاوض تمام بيديك ما فيش ايجار شهري ما فيش ايجار شهري ما فيش انت بتدفع دم كويس
هو ذكر انه بس يطلع على اعداد عنده ما يفوت على اعداد.
بيفوت على ايش؟
ما يفوت على اعداد بس يطلع على اعداد اللي هو
انا ايه؟ لا مش بتطلع على الاعداد انت بتاخد اللايسنس ما تقدرش تضيف الجهاز انت بتاخد لايسنس خلينا نشوفها دي. Yes, sorry ma'am.
No problem. What software are you currently using?
Frankly, we are dealing with a Turkish company.
Okay. Okay.
It has software. It's good software for our customer, and it's fit to our requirement. Okay.
Okay.
Since 5 years, I think, or more than.
Okay.
More than 5 years, we are dealing with them. We are the exclusive distributor for them in KSA.
Okay.
They have device and hardware and software.
Okay.
Okay. So based on the changes in the market, we change our strategy to go with open software and open devices.
Okay.
That's why I talked to Abrar.
Correct.
And he recommended you.
And
Okay.
what kind of problems are you currently facing with the existing solution?
Sorry?
What problems are you facing with the existing solution?
No, there is no problem
Okay.
with the current solution.
Okay.
It's only because of the changes of the market.
Okay.
No?
Okay. Okay.
And there is new rule in from the government here, so that's why we are change our strategy to go with the open software
Okay.
and open devices.
Okay. Very good. Very good. In fact, I like customers who are already in the tracking business because they understand the business, and it's easy for us to explain about our software to those customers who are already using some software. So I like customers like you.
Thank you.
Hmm.
So you know, for the first impression of your system, it's good.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Nice compliment.
But I think the prices, we need to consider the prices again. Reconsider the prices.
Okay.
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 Let's say for the first time, we have to check your system. I think we'll start with 3 or 4 devices.
Okay, no problem. We will set up a demo account for you on our server, and you can test the devices. And if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer those questions to you.
Okay, but there is one thing I wanted to ask about it.
Yeah, tell me.
Now, as I told you before a while, there is a new rule from government.
Okay.
They force all the companies that will work in tracking field in KSA to make integration with another platform.
Okay. Okay.
So the integration should be live. Let me explain this.
Okay.
Suppose I wanted to add one vehicle to the system.
Okay.
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 Once you press submit or save, it should get all the data that you submitted and submit to the other platform.
Okay, no problem. We can do that.
The same also for driver, the same for the company. Suppose I sell this for operating company.
Okay.
I have to register them in my system.
Okay.
And then all the data should be also submitted to the platform.
Okay, no problem. So you can tell us what data you want, and we can create the APIs so that data can push into that platform or that software.
Yeah, it should be with live. Suppose I'm the end user, and now I'm enter the new data for the data for new vehicle.
Okay.
Once I submit, we push it to the other platform.
So it is possible. It is. We can do it. We can do that. Those changes. I understand what you're saying. It can be. It's doable.
Okay. I know this is a stupid question, but I have to ask it.
Okay.
Okay. I know it's depend on the requirement, but how many days actually, or average days it will take to make this integration? You know, it's 10. Our integration, it's 10 API. 3 for post,
okay.
3 for get, okay, 4 delete.
Can you please repeat once again?
Okay. The other platform API that we need to integrate with the system.
Okay.
Okay. It's 10 function.
Okay.
4 for posting.
Okay.
Posting the new company, posting the vehicle, posting the driver, posting the vehicle.
Okay.
And there is 3 for get information. Get about the vehicle, get about the company, get about the driver, and get about the data that we get from tracker, as you say, and sensor. Okay. And 3 for delete. Delete company, delete driver, delete vehicle.
Okay.
This is the whole thing that we need to integrate.
I'm not sure how much time will it take, but if you want to get a rough idea, I think between 7 to 15 days it should be okay.
7 to 15 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Here is the surprise. My deadline, it should be next Monday.
Oh. Okay. We are very tight because today is already Wednesday, and we have some holidays in India. We have a Hindu festival called Holi. So because of which 1 or 2 days, it's like a holiday. But okay, let's start our discussion. You send me the details by email. Let me discuss with my team, and I'll see how quickly I can come back to you on this.
Okay, but first we have to sign NDA between us. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
So for all of this data, you know, it's confidential.
No problem.
And all of this stuff, and let's say we can sign some agreement to keep everything it's legal. Okay.
Okay, sure.
That's it.
So let me send you after this call. Let me send you an email with some more details. I will give you the demo username password so that you can play with the system. You can explore it more, and I will also send you the username, the manual of the software, the user manual, so that you can read the software, get more information. And I will also send you an NDA, so we can sign this NDA, and then you can send me details about your requirements. I will discuss with my team, and I'll come back to you.
Okay. That's great. Okay, we have our server. Okay, if we deal.
Okay.
I hope that if we deal, we'll install the system in our own server. But by the way, it's Windows. We have to install Ubuntu.
Yeah, you want, but Ubuntu is very easy to install and it's free. You just have to download Ubuntu from the Ubuntu website.
Yeah, I know Linux.
Okay. Very good.
But is there any chance to leave it as it is, or I have to?
You have to, because we don't use support. Our software runs on Ubuntu. It doesn't work on Windows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. No problem for this.
Okay.
At this point, we can pass it.
Yeah.
So, and just recheck your prices.
Okay. We'll discuss that also.
Really, we have a good potential here.
Okay. Great.
Abraham will come next week, and he can talk to you about us. Okay. We have a good potential.
Okay.
If we have a good deal, I think it will be great for you and for us.
I look forward. Let's hope for the best.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time. I'll just send you the email, and then we'll discuss further later on.
Okay, waiting. I'm waiting your email.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.
The pleasure all mine. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.